Dobrodošle se jak vykáže za Makedonia. Na April 25 que ima protest za da ima democracy za Makedonci sekade. I after April 25 i drugi demonstrations que ima u Makedonia. I so if we can support them, we should. We try to support them. Thank you. Dobrodošle to the filming of Afternoon with Baba. I missed all of you terribly, but there was nothing we could do. The boys were at school. We've got one boy that finished. So here we are right away, the very first day of availability. We're going to film and give you the sweet bread for Easter, which a lot of people asked for. Tuka ima 1 kilo brašno, 2,5 pa. 2.5 pounds of flour is 1 kilo. So that's how much I have in here. And I sifted it to make it a little lighter. You can use any good flour that you have at home. But I don't suggest you use a discount flour for your bread because it has to come out good. So it's all in here waiting for our ingredients, which we're going to do now. Tuka imam, I have 2 teaspoons of yeast and 1 teaspoon of sugar. And I will get some water here. I have it already heated, but you can't put hot water. You have to put lukewarm. So we'll pour some here. Let's see how hot it is. Yeah, it needs a little bit of cold water. You have to be very careful with the water for the yeast. It can't be hot and it has to be lukewarm. So we're going to run a little bit of water in here. Put your finger in. There we are. So we're going to pour this in here, and we'll get a little dish, and we're going to have about 5 minutes till it rises. So we'll get on with our other things. 7 jajca otinese extra large. Ako imaš extra large, 6. So kiskršime se ovako u visuro. There we are. Jajcata. Klejme 1 čaša mleko. 1.5 cups of milk in there. There's 1 cup and 3/4 sugar. And in here, there's 1/4 of butter, unsalted, quarter butter unsalted, and 1/2 cup of oil. So you see how rich this is going to be. This is all very rich, rich, rich. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our beater here and beat it a little bit. Just so the sugar can get mixed in with the liquids. So the liquids are the eggs, the milk, and the oil and the butter. That's all there is in here. So I added the whole cup of the yeast now. Yeah. And we're gonna put the rind, the zest of a lemon. I've washed it nicely and I'm gonna put it in now. Vaca ki si oprejš lemono I šlupkata mnogo ubavme risa I mu dava ubavme rizmo na lepčeto. Ja. Вие се ме родите на lepčeto, не се много. Lemono methlepo, тия се. И шекерот ќе направи блак и ќе биде много убав. This is our methlip. See? It's already ground in there. You can use 1 or 2. I usually like using 1. It's enough for me. I don't like it too strong. And you just put it in like this. Yeah. Make sure you get every little bit, because it's very little. All right. Now we stir it in here. And we shall get a cup. And add it to our mixture. Вака опрamo ти треба да видиш дали има enough moisture. Не можеш да упнеш у вој мисур. Вој already направил колку треба, but I'm not sure. Maybe imam totski pojke voј сефер, right? So you have to check. Even though I already measured that out, it might be too much for the amount of liquid I have. So that's why I'm doing it in another bowl from there. So as you can see, I'm good here. I'll be able to put almost all of it, I bet. See, there's quite a bit. The eggs, the oil, the butter, yeah, and the milk. You just try to mix it like this. It's almost like a cake batter. But of course it's a bread, so it has to be thicker. I think I'll try and go in with my hands now just to make sure that it's the right consistency. I don't want to put too much flour and then it'll be too hard to work with. So as you can see, I've almost used up all my flour. Let's see now how this is. Yeah, very nice. Oh, it feels so nice. Good. I think we can manage most of it. The flour was just right. 1.5 pounds of flour. And all our ingredients, it's perfect. Now let's get it out here, because it's hard to deal with one hand. You need both hands. Try and get all that good stuff out. It's all sugar and spice and everything nice. There we are. Vaca. Ceo probaj se da će izvajte, ali ti to je lepčeta tamo. Yeah. I ako vi treba oще troje brašno, if you still need a little more flour, you can get it. Yeah. But the problem is if you put too much in, then you're in trouble. I think it feels good, but we'll see. We'll see if it's sticky. I might have to add a little more. It takes about an hour. So you go and have a cup of coffee and I'll see you when I put it in the dish to rise. Bye. Yeah, see? Now it's getting nice and soft, and that's how you can tell that it's ready. Okay, so we're gonna make it into a nice little round ball now, like this, and we're gonna put it right in the pot. This pot has some oil on the bottom, and we're gonna roll it out like this, and I think I'll put a little more oil. We'll put a little more oil around it because you don't want it dry, right? Yeah, we'll put it around like that. Make sure it has oil all around it because it's going to get hard if it's not oiled properly, and there has to be oil along the sides for the rising. I'm just going to put the oven on for 1 second, okay? Just a few seconds to warm up, because it's not supposed to be hot, it's just supposed to be lukewarm. And we'll put our wax paper on top, like the way we did our lepcha. We'll stop it now. Good. So just lukewarm. And we'll put it in there. And it should take about an hour. It should take about an hour, but you'll see when it rises up high. All right, so go and have a cup of coffee again. We'll have a rest. Right, here we are now. It has raised. I think it's a good size. I think it's ready for our baking. Are the containers that I bought at a store. They're aluminum. If you have something, they're throwaway. If you have any ones like this, then that's fine. That's good too. I'm making one round one, and I don't know if there's enough for 4, but I buttered 4. These have to be buttered right through on the bottom, and then when you put this in, this too, and I use this to pull it out. That's why I put. It's wax paper. So, you know, in case it gets stuck, I don't want to have any trouble removing it. So, here I washed my hands, so I'm good. So here we are. So I'm going to have one here. 1, 2. So I'm going to roll it like this. As you can see, basically like the pupcina, the bread that I made in one of my segments, but this is thicker. I have more of the dough. This is thicker because I want it to be a nice big bun. So then I go like this. See, you sort of braid it. And you put it in there. Свършиме, ще трябва да клајме да поседат, да збуне, за да испечеме. Ќе клајме назад тука у собата да е по-топло. Јај. Имаме лепчина, трекалести, помали, поголеми. Ја. По-големото ќе биде најсво, ќе биде по-големо бал. Alright, so сега ќе правиме вака троа. Така. Да седи тука и да збуне, за да испечеме, okay? I guess ќе земе a few hours сега, so ојте работајте си и врнете се пак. Bye. All right, I've removed them from the oven and brought them up here now. It's been 2 hours. And I think they're a good size now. You sort of have to be eyeballing when you're doing. You have to know if it's double the size, which they have doubled now. I've got a couple of eggs here, and you have to beat them nicely like this, because this is what's going to give them a nice shine. You want a nice shine on them. And careful when you're doing it. Some people use brushes, but yes, can I second so brush? I'm worried I might poke them and then they'll go down, because you can't disturb the size. If you move this around and it goes down and it's finished, you might as well throw it out. This gives them the beautiful shine. This is called an egg wash. Okay, so there we are now. I have the egg wash on, and now we're going to put the seeds on top, the sesame seeds. 300, and we'll start it. Okay, and it should be, I won't put them in till it says 300 on the stove, and about 50 minutes, but after 30 minutes I want to take a peek and turn them around. So we'll see you later. Se sobota se stopli na 300 i se ki pikneme za 50 minutes, kaži reći, about 50 minutes. After 25 minutes, we're going to open it up and check them and turn them, okay? Ki otvorime I ki zavrteme I paki ostavime, all right? Okay, here we go now. All right, now we're coming to the end. We got 39 seconds left. They've been baking for almost 50 minutes at 300. And we've checked them. Here they are. And as soon as our ring goes, we will be bringing them out, which is another 20 seconds. We have to wait because they have to be cooked inside. Even though they look nice on the top, they have to be cooked. So 1 hour is good at 300. There it is. All right, and we'll turn it off. There we go. There we go. And here's the two little ones. They look cuter than ever. So there they are, 2, 4, 6. 6 little loaves, all different kinds. This one can be used as one, or it separates in the middle. You can separate it and give it to 2 people. These are in bread form, and you can actually slice them, and you can toast them and put butter on them if you want. I had a request for Easter bread, so I did this just so you can see how it's done, and I hope she will be watching this and she'll have success. Now we have to let this sweat it out a bit, about 5 minutes. When they perspire, they are able to come out easier. Kога spotne, po dobro je za da izleze od tamo. A nice young man asked for potato manja, and that'll be the first thing I'm going to film in the manjis. Next time the children have time to film me, we're going to make the potato manja for this young man with pork. Mu da dome 5-6 minuti da spodne I сега ki izvajme I ki klejme tuka on a pastry sheet na krpčeto tuka da ostine pojke. Oti ne možeš da izatvoriš da ne spotne. Okay? Се спотна I вака ki si завъртиш I ki ti izlezi. Ќе сече вака напојна, оти е многу големо I ќе видиме как е унатре. Ja šubaje. Сега Јас ка го обискаво, а не многу благо. Ако сакате още половина чеша шекер да му клајте, клајте му. Оти, I think, 2 чеши кладоме, maybe треба 3. Yeah. So сега видите как се прави блакио леп и направите се за Великден and enjoy it with your family. Па вие не и сеча, оти ки си дам ден на вручината. Аз полај ви многу што дојдоте и за нови години Великден, да сте живи, здрави, фамилијата да ви се радосни и напредок на младите и ќе се видиме пак по тоа време. We'll see you again.